Good morning, all the students of 10th standard. We are learning the first lesson of political science, that is working of the constitutions. In this next one point, that is decentralization of democracy. This one point we are learning decentralization of power is central to the democratic government. If you see the democratic government, in the democratic government, decentralization of power is important, it is essential, or the power is into the central place. For example, if you see about our country, India's power, it is in Delhi, main power that. So we can call it the decentralization of power. Dividation of power is there, but on the some point or objective objects there or opinion that so power is given in the central government's hand. That, for example, if you say that foreign affair, currency there, along with that protections or the militaries from the protection from the foreign invasion, defense sources, it is in the hand of the central government. That, so in this way power is divided or decentralization power there. Decentralizations control the misuse of power and also create an opportunity for participations for the common people. So due to the decentralization, it will what will happen that it helps to misuse it will reduce or it will control to misuse of powers, and also it helps to increase the participation of the common people in the government there or into the power there. So this one benefit will get due to the decentralization of power. Next one, the directive principle of the state include this provision for the democratic decentralization. Directive principles are there, they helps, there are some provisions are there about the decentralization of power there. One such important provision is regarding empowering the local self government, make genuine democratic governance a reality there. So among the directive principle, one main provision is there to make empowering the local self government. What are the local self governments are there? For example, gram panchayat, panchayat samiti there, they are to increase the participation of the common people and there make a genuine or the true form of local government or the democratic government in a reality there. After independence, several attempts were made toward the democratic decentralizations. Number of the attempts they made after the 1947 for the decentralization there. One such attempt is the 73rd and the 74th amendment of the Indian Constitution there. So in the Indian Constitution, they made some of the changes there. That changes were called as the 73rd or the 74th amendment. To the amendment we can call as the changes there, which gave a constitutional status to the local self-governing institutions and also increased their power there. So according to these changes, or according to the 73rd and the 74th amendment, they made some changes in the constitution, and according to that they gave some more power to the local self-government or to the governance that, and local or common people can increase or their number can be increased into the participations or in the administration of the local level government body that. So it helps for the democratic government that many people they participate into the local government that in the as a member of gram panchayat or the panchayat samiti there. Some of the seats are kept reserved for the women to increase their participation in the political process. Behind the some reasons are there, women's issues the women can discuss or they can solve in a proper way in comparison of the men. So along with that, equality is there in our country, so some seats are reserved for the women. That some seats are kept for reserved for the weaker sections of the society so that they can get a share in the political power. That in ancient time that before the freedom struggle, means before the independence, deprived section of the society or the some say classes, some caste communities, they were totally neglected by the welfare of their society or their caste or communities. Higher class people, they mostly they not give the proper justice for them in the society or they did not get the equality. So for that, those who are the deprived section of the society, they can come into the main flow, mainstream of the society development, they can be develop themselves. For that, they reserve some seats there in the local government, along with that in the administration there. State election commission has been established. There election commission, separate department is there. The work of the election commission is there to be organized to conduct the free and fair elections, and along with that to declare the result of the election. So this is the work of the election commission is there. The 11th and the 12th schedule was added to the constitutions. For the different section of the society, they added some of the provision there. So this is about the decentralization. Next, that is the right to informations, RTI. 2005, in the 2005 this act was passed, or this act it's become this bill was become as an act in the parliament. That is the right to information. Act was this act is a gift for Indian government given by Anna Hazare, one of the most important social reformer or the person that. So, right to information or the RTI Act was started implemented in our country in the 2005 by Anna Hazare. Citizen empowerment is the essential condition of democracy. Citizen empowerment, common people, they can get more and more powers. It is important in the democratic government. So it is necessary to create an opportunity for the citizens participations and also interactions with the government. That interaction is also important with the government, how the government is working. Common citizens, they have right to ask questions to the governments. Increase the communication between the citizen and government helps to strengthen the government, and also it strengthens the democracy in building a relationship of trust between them. So due to the right to informations, there more combination is started, there's relation started between the citizens and the government, that citizens also can ask freely questions to the government, and government is also restricted, binded by this law there or bill. They have to provide all informations to the common people there. So the government of India gives the right to informations to the citizens of India to ensure the transparency and accountability, which are the hallmark of good governance. That so due to the right to information act, it brings more transparency or accountability into the government activities, that what are the government projects are there, bills are there, work is there. In that common persons, they can ask question that, and government, it is binding or restricted to the government. They have to clear their doubts, they have to explain each and everything in a detailed way, they have to provide all information about their expenditures or the bills. So it brings more transparency in the government activities. Right to information has made the government more transparent and has reduced the element of secrecy in the working of the government. Before that, the government's activities were there in the administrative division, they were not explaining that much about their expenditure, about their activities there. But due to this act, common people, they can ask directly, they can ask questions to the government that about the work. So after the year 2000, the whole approach toward the democratic reformation has totally changed. That democratic reforms are considered as a right of citizen. That so this reformation is also considered as a right of citizen. Accordingly, citizens in India have got right to information. This right they got, along with that right to information, education and food and security is also main basic or the fundamental right of the citizen. So these rights strengthen the Indian democracy. That remaining will see afterward.